Yo, it is I, Ender Deej, me. How's it going, Luna? Thank you for the happy affiliate anniversary. I guess I've been doing this for a little over a year now, huh? So, let's, here we are. Let's get this all, started up, eh? Yeah, thank you. Within the 1 year that I have supposedly been a contributing and important affiliate, I have made $0. So I'd say successful year. Let's go for another one. Maybe we could even try doubling or tripling the profit. Lands us strongly at 0 again. So I'm good. You bought Wanda DLC for Don't Starve Together and you're excited. Yeah, that's another character that I don't really know. But yeah. Tell me how she plays, because I kind of, when playing the game, found a couple characters that I was comfy with, and then I stuck with them until now. Her health bar is a clock that's ticking down. Oh, that's her health bar. Because I know all about like the whole clock thing, and all that whatnot. But at 80 she gets nay-nayed by Charlie. That, I mean, if you're an 80-year-old woman or man or non-binary in the constant, I don't think you're supposed to be there. I don't know how old Maxwell is in lore, probably like 100-something, but yeah, no, if you're just a regular person who's 80, I'd imagine you would get nay-nayed by Charlie. Now, where is the thing that I want to post? There we go. Since I missed the opportunity to have this up on stream yesterday, let's just get that guy up on the shelf, sitting in the corner. And you know what? Just to go along with it, get one of these. So, today, the plan, while not necessarily all, like, set out ahead of time, generally is going to be working on the BRB screen that I made a while ago. Or, not really BRB screen. It started off as a stream offline screen. You've probably seen it at the end of the streams. But it is also meant to be the BRB screen. So the plan is, I am going to pretty much just redraw the Hoog and myself in this image to be sitting up. And then I'm not sure, I could just copy paste the animation from our current BRB. That wouldn't be too bad. Also, what's up, Hawa? Thank you. I've been, yeah, affiliate. If I'm being honest, I don't really give a crap about affiliate. The only reason why I do have affiliate is so that people could have better viewing experiences through all the different doohickamajiggies that you can interact with. But, yeah. Been a year since we started doing all these doohickeys. Also, I am chewing on nuts. I am absolutely demolishing some nuts right now because I haven't eaten anything but a couple grilled cheeses today. I want to make a BRB screen out of my offline screen. Yeah, basically it's going to be the same scene, but the TV's going to be on, playing the BRB, like, you know, the loop. And maybe, very maybe, I'm going to animate myself and the Hoog kind of like moving around. There's this one idea that I had. I just realized I'm not showing my stream or my screen. One idea I had, and I kind of like, it's a lot of work to do it, but it would be sick as hell if I could get little animations interspersed in the BRB screen. Like, I had one idea where a ball would roll into frame, the Hoog would look down, grab it, and just whip it at my face. Like, because I just think that would be really funny. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's start off by just, you know, doing the basics. That also, yeah, it sounds like a lot of work. But, you know, who knows? Me in the future may be willing to do the undertaking. Also, we've got all the little things. We may also be able to add some more of these little plush things around. Currently, the shelves are a bit bare. So, if anybody has any suggestions for that kind of stuff, do let it be known. All right. So, to start off with, I feel like I'm going to be the easiest one to swap around because I'm already looking at the screen here. Or not really looking at the screen, but the picture has my face pointing generally at the screen, whereas the Hoog is very much not. So, by the way, is the music good? Just got to make sure that the music's not louder than my own voice. But, yeah, no. We can start off with myself. I'm conveniently wearing the sweater. So, we have the reference image. And what? Okay. Well, let's not do too much thinking. Thinking's for dumbasses and idiots. I don't think. All right. So let's just kind of doodle a little bit here. So let's put a new thing. Let's go upright thing. I'm such a good namer. That's what they call me. Ender Dage the Namer. James the Namer. That's so much better. That's why they call me James the Namer. All right. So, right now, I'm kind of leaning back really far. So, the leg is probably going to only be protruding... Oh, wait, hold on. There we are. Currently, the leg is kind of like this. So, they're protruding out a bit. They're also skewed off to the side. So, for this, I would actually prefer to have the legs kind of pointing generally... Yeah, I passed away. Generally, like, at the TV. maybe not sitting like a kindergartner with legs just out to the... And... But, you know, something like that. That's what they call manspreading. Alright. So, we can do like this. Now, my butt would be generally, like, it would still be sunken into the beanbag, except pushed back a good amount. So, currently, let's say my butt is over here. Let's push it back over here. And, of course, I've got to add that natural gamer curve to my spine. Something like that. Have my head there. So if my butt is there and I want my feet to be here, The knee is probably going to be really bent on this. And then this one as well, probably. Like, I'm trying to think, because I don't sit in bean bags. I don't possess bean bags. I have a couch. I don't have bean bags. So I don't actually know how I sit in a bean bag. But I presume, considering I'm so low to the ground, my legs are going to be all, like, crunched up, you know? I realize maybe I shouldn't constantly be giving you guys fucking straight-on shots of me trying to show you my leg positions. maybe not. Maybe not for TV, you know? But yeah, let's do it like this. My legs are like that. Yeah, so this leg will probably be like this. And in fact, I could probably put it there. Yeah, that works. That hurts. You ever occasionally just get spontaneously itchy? And I mean, that's normally how itchiness works. But I mean, like you do something and then your body just starts going, pain, itchiness, yes! Because that's what happens every time. That's basically what happens every time I start getting warm at all. And I always overheat the damn topper. Here, hold on. Oh, wait. And if I take the tall bird. There we go. It covers up most of it, right? Can you kill it? Nobody's ever asked to take something off the shelf before. You mean like you want to shoot it? Shoot it down? Yes. Now this is a question for the council, because I'm not sure. I find it funny. You have dice. You know what? You're rolling at 20. Just to keep it, you know, keep it even, keep it reliable. Yeah, you'd never lie. Let me pull up some dice. Huh? Oh, wait. No, okay. All right, and okay. You're a girl of your word when it comes to D&D rules. Well, I'll trust you, but also this is better for the stream. Why is this all the way? It's like really on the side there, huh? Let's. Has to be the one rolling, not me. Come on, do you want to see the roll, or do you want to just take Luda's word for it in chat? We can make it a spectacle. I have a gunshot sound effect. You're gonna tell me not to do the spectacular thing? I have no doubt that you are a lady of your word. Okay, what are we gonna do? Post a screenshot? All right, fine. You convinced me. But my stipulation is that you have to spend the mud on another gunshot if you attempt. You have to spend the mud. Otherwise, it's not valid. You rolled a nat 1. All right, you can still shoot somebody. It might hit Hawo. Oh. Who'd I hit? Didn't hit me. I'm fine. All right. So we've got our general location. Your organs hurt for whatever reason. Huh. Probably you? I don't know, because occasionally you just get like a really hard stinging feeling in your liver. It's called Ender syndrome. It's your body rejecting watching these streams for too long. You may want to get that checked out, actually. Maybe honestly, you might. If it was a gunshot, you'd probably be in a better state. You better wish it's a gunshot and not Ender syndrome. James the Namer strikes again. God, I'm so good at coming up with names. Whenever I am trying to name something, I will go one of two avenues. One being just some really stupid shit, or two being like some Scandinavian gobbledygook. Yarksthemir the third. Who's pinging me? I'm getting pinged. All right, give me a sec. I must deliver a gaming glove to one of my brothers so they can test it out. Like, legitimately. This is actually really handy for reducing friction if you have a small mouse. Enjoy this in the Ultra Kill music. If you rolled a nat 1. Honestly, the 1 in 20 chance. I feel, wait, hold on. If it was a nat 1, if I am to call myself a DM worth his salt, there should be an actual outcome from that. You don't just, nat 1s are never just like, you fail, move on. You have rolled so many nat 1s to play D&D. I've never gotten the chance to actually play D&D. So I haven't rolled any nat 1s. But I've gotten the opportunity to DM in some homebrew tabletop RPGs. In which cases, I don't roll. Actually, I roll for the enemies, so I probably did get nat 1s. But the DM was shit. Yeah, it does kind of rely on the DM being all right. He was a 30-something AI dude. Oh, like AI touting 30-year-old fella who's just kind of not greasy, or is greasy. Likes AI and was in his 30s. Oh. If I was in my 30s, that wouldn't describe me at all. Anyways, on to the actual thing that we're supposed to be doing. So I guess I won't worry about the arms right now. The arms can be figured out afterwards. As usual, my arms are modular, I suppose. There's a reason you don't chat there too often. For an almond. The almonds are really good. I keep getting distracted, but I mean, fucking roasted salted almonds, destroying the planet, but my god, they're so tasty. All right. You had burger? Nice. All right. Want another? I could really go for any food, honestly. I've started getting into a bad habit where I just kind of stay in my room and do things without leaving my room. So I haven't been eating very well recently. Describing your whole life. Yeah, I mean, there's probably a good chunk of people who could relate to that, but I used to be such a fucking glutton. But then now I'll go downstairs in the morning because my stomach hurts. And then I'll go upstairs, and then I'll come back downstairs at 8 o'clock at night because my stomach hurts, and then I'll go back upstairs and sleep. I'm really cut out perfectly for the Twitch streamer role, aren't I? Just a little bit. Kind of works out interestingly like that. All right. So, let's see. I could probably do a little bit of trickery here. If I want to just kind of move parts. How do I do this? It's always the question when doing art for me. Just trying to figure out how exactly am I supposed to be moving and doing all this stuff to get the end result that I want. All right. So I could probably take this leg. It's a good leg. Other leg. Maybe not. Gardic. We can do Gardic another day. Originally, these art streams were meant to more or less be chill streams at the end of the week. So during the weekday where I used to be grinding Rain World and stuff, I'd get pretty annoyed sometimes because we had some annoying people in chat. Luckily, those people don't really show up that much anymore. But yeah, no, these art streams were meant to be kind of a little break from that. So for now, I'm kind of just I've been tired. So I think taking this art stream to just kind of chill out. Who was the annoying people? Well, that would be unfair to them if I said. I'm all like in the moment. If somebody acts like a dick, I will be a dick back. But I mean, there's no point, no point in going spilling tea, to hurt people's reputation and stuff. But I will say some of them are still here. Like some of them do still show up occasionally. All right. So really, I'm gonna grab my head. I'm gonna quickly decapitate myself. Chop that off. I'll never get rid of you. Here, I'll tell you right now, you're not one of the people I'm referring to. Hawo. No, Hawo's chill. Hawo is innocent. Fucking fire the artillery. You're just asking for if they show up in one of your streams. Oh. If you're going to be doing Rain World, it probably will. If I'm being honest. But, yeah, no, don't... just as... You know how whenever somebody online starts, talks something about, oh, this person's bad in this way, there's always those people who will like fucking hunt them down like it's their life goal. Not saying that you'll do that, but I think it's just overall not the best idea to get your first impressions of some people based off of bad stories about them, you know? It seems unfair. Safety precaution, yeah. They're not bad people. There was one dick. There was one big dick that showed up. It was like fucking Dragon Prince, whatever. I don't know. Haven't seen him for a while. But, yeah, no, the people who still show up. One big dick. Yeah, one very large dick who, actually, it was interesting because they showed up in my chat and they kept on backseating the Rain World. This was back when I was just playing Survivor. Look at me starting to talk about rumors immediately after saying I wouldn't. Then again, you don't know his name, so. But he was backseating me in Rain World, and not just backseating. Like normal backseating, yeah, that's fine. I honestly respect a little bit of backseating because I often get lost in games. But I don't know what was. He was just such a dick. He was such a dick all the time. And he was like, how do you not know this niche Rain World trivia fact when you just started playing the game? And something about it peeved me off super hard. But then I accidentally made fun of their voice one time. And they got really pissed and left. So, don't see them around anymore. There's a lot of goods and bads to being as mean-spirited as I am. I don't want. Were they in voice chat or something? There was a time. Now here's where you might be able to pin down who they were because I keep VODs. I was doing a Risk of Rain 2 with viewer stream, and for one thing, they were getting really angry about us not going at optimal pace in Risk of Rain, which gotta say, if you're gonna join my game and then start complaining about me not being optimal, I may or may not kick you in the virtual balls. And if you don't have any, I will give you virtual balls and I will kick you in the virtual balls. No, you mean the dragon person? Yeah, that's what I mean. They are the person who I was talking with in the Risk of Rain thing. And that's when I insulted them and they left. But otherwise, no. They were just kind of text chat. That's not the right. Drawing and moving stuff around on an already done. Not done. Well, yeah, actually, an already done piece is so weird. It's kind of hard to do. All right, I like this knee, but I'm gonna chop off all of this stuff that's ahead of it. Maybe I'll keep the shoe because I hate drawing shoes. Here. Yeah, I'll keep the shoe. Oh, so a completely new topic. Today we're really just high-speed changing topics. For once, I've got a bunch of them prepared. Yesterday I decided I would finally go replay Fallout 4. And normally, like I've spoken about how when I play games like Fallout 4, I tend to play them for like a good chunk of time, get through like maybe a third of the game, and then leave it to rot somewhere. So that's what I did last time. And I came back into the game, had all my stuff, like it was all mid-level gear, and I decided to put it on survival mode, which I don't know how many of you guys know about Fallout 4, but it may even be in previous Fallout games. But The survival mode just makes it so that you actually have to eat, drink, and sleep, and you can get illnesses and stuff. Like, there's a similar system in Skyrim where you'd get brain rot and whatnot. All of that to say, turning it onto survival mode made the game like 10 times more enjoyable to me. I don't get it, but the extra layer of like needing to hang on to food for the sake of eating food and not being able to just fast travel everywhere, it made the game so much more enjoyable. I don't know. I don't know if I'm just like the kind of freak who's supposed to be playing Tarkov. But like whenever I'm playing a game like that is a story-driven game, not a lot happening in the overall world, and you're kind of a Mary Sue, like, or Mary Sue. You're kind of a Mary Sue character who can take 1,000,000 bullets and eat a guy, and you'll be fine. I'm not really into that stuff, which is interesting at the very least, because that's the stuff I get recommended most. Like, it probably would have made the game worse, but something that comes to mind is Signalis. I know that it's based off of Resident Evil, I'm pretty sure. But you love Signalis. Yeah. Signalis was one of the first... Actually, it was the first full stream series that I did back when I was streaming on YouTube. And, like, cool story, really cool gameplay, absolutely into it. But if I didn't have a friend there with me actively like pushing me to continue playing it, I probably would not have finished it, just because I'm so bad at paying attention. That and Dredge were the first two you did. Really? Because Dredge was also one of the first games that I played on stream as well. I played it with Biz, if you remember who that is. Although, when Dredge took you 4, I did one stream of Dredge and finished the rest of the game off stream in the next, like, 2 days. Because you went for 100%. I also 100%ed Dredge. Dredge is so good. Except, again, off stream. That's something that I should probably do more. Play games off stream to actually, you know, enjoy them. Because there's a lot of games, and I'm not saying that I don't enjoy them when I'm playing them on stream, but like if I wasn't playing Blueprints on stream, then I would have probably beaten the game already. You know? Or maybe not probably. It is a massive game. But I would have made it significantly farther. You're doing Long Dark now. You don't really know how you feel about it. I might have to check out Long Dark because it seems like it's more up my alley. I say that like there are two sides of the coin. Games that Luna wants to play and games that Ender wants to play. But I should play The Long Dark because it's a cool game. Cool survival game. And I like a cool survival game every now and then. Alright. So right now, it's kind of looking like I might be able to make like a cross-legged thing. Signalis? Yeah, we were talking about Signalis just a little bit ago. Just talking about how it was the first game both me and Luna streamed, apparently. Might just be because you're doing story mode. Maybe. I don't know. Feels very go to point B, grab item, go back to point A. Yeah. That's not fun to me, usually. the fetch quest methodology. Why? I mean, it's probably why I can't get into a lot of story games, because it really is just fetch quests. The story's interesting. Well, yeah. I don't know what the game's about. Gameplay is eh. Alright. Now, what I could do here is I could actually have knee going down and then this leg curving in. Or not curving. Legs shouldn't be curving. But if I can have this leg kind of crisscross applesauce underneath the other leg, and I'll have this leg kind of poke out here with a shoe, that might work to make it significantly better. So let's see. Oh, wrong one. Another game that I like, the theming seems so interesting, but I'm just not sure about the gameplay, is Pacific Drive. I don't know if any of you guys heard that. It's a anomalous apocalypse. So not like zombie apocalypse, but like Stalker. Where you've got shit floating around and whatnot. So it's one of them, and you're in a car, and you get to just drive that car around on like a road trip in the middle of bumfuck nowhere where rocks and cars and buildings are floating and there are weird monsters, which sounds really cool. Then I saw gameplay of it, and it looked like exactly what you said The Long Dark was. Just go to place, get thing, go back, do objective, go to next place, get thing. So, I don't know. It's a gameplay loop that I'm not the biggest fan of. The whole back and forth-ing. What layer is this? Oh. So I can get rid of this now. I'll keep the location of the butt generally in the same spot. No, that's the coloring. The artifacting over here. I should probably play Citizen Sleeper at some point. I hear it's a really good game, and I keep on listening to the music on stream, so I know that the music is good at the very least. Although I can expect more than that, probably. Alright. So I'm actually going to take these legs and move them a little bit down and around. Like that, maybe. That might work. Something like that. Because then I put my shoe here, it'll fit well, and then I make the beanbag cover up a good chunk of the leg. And hopefully, it'll look like I'm just sitting there crisscrossed. Now, if that isn't how it looks, then we may have a problem, because I've severely butchered this image at this point. So, just have to see where this takes us. Yeah. By the way, so do any of you guys have thoughts or items that should be put on the shelf? Because we've over the past year or so, we've come up with not too many unique characters or creatures or whatever. So kind of lacking on that front. But we've got Clown Guy. We already put Clown Guy up there. What are some other things that have shown up? I think just because, well, for a number of reasons, I shouldn't do that. I probably shouldn't put chatters up on the shelf. Just because I don't know. Do you want to become integral to the stream? I don't know. I don't have an exact like thought process about it. There's just part of my brain that says it's a bad idea to open that floodgate. Yeah, what am I doing here? Let's have this be known as the sleep-deprived asshole. You have never once been an asshole, and that is honestly surprising, given that the majority of the people who have shown up in the chat, maybe not the majority, but a good chunk of the people, you know what? No, I'm basing this off of, like, I'm basing this off of my chat a year ago. The people who stick around are actually really nice. But a year ago, when I was just starting to do Rainworld streams, there were, like, people would come in and they'd just say mean shit for the hell of it. The trauma is getting to me. Yeah. Traumatized from all these lunatics typing words at me. Alright. So let's... I'm flying blind here, so I'm gonna just assume that this might work. Alright. Let's see how that worked. You would crash out if you died in Rainworld and had people... Yeah, no, that's basically what started happening. At a certain... Like, at some points, they, like, I had to actually kick people from the chat. I was going through Rubicon as Saint, and there were just two people back and forthing talking about being dead, like, just talking about skill issues and me failing, and it was, me no like. I did not enjoy that at all. Hence why I do these art streams. They were originally to deal with that kind of person. Or less deal with them, more have an out. Have an opportunity to not deal with those kinds of people. Alright. So right now, we're just going over everything, rehashing lines, making sure that everything looks nice. And hopefully, by the end of this, it will look like me sitting up. Hopefully. You ever get, like, semi-hiccups? It's something that, as a kid, I always associated with, like, my dad. Because, admittedly, it's a very... It's a very dad thing to go boop, like that. But I started getting them a while ago, of course. And, like, they just kind of show up. I don't get what the deal is with them. I don't know what the purpose is. I don't know if it's your body being like, I need to hiccup. Wait, no. But they're confusing and annoying, and I don't like it when it happens to me, because it's just my body going... Kind of weird to think that your body is composed of millions, perhaps billions of independent little fellers. You're gonna steal every single pizza in the world. You go, girl. Get them pizzas. You thought that hiccups happened because you swallowed too much air. Hiccups happen just when you, like, upset your diaphragm, I'm pretty sure. So, like, you know how if you upset the palate of your nose or whatever, you'll sneeze. It's just you mess with your diaphragm and your body goes, no, and starts hiccuping. But of course, I don't know that for certain. A lot of things cause it. Yeah. Get this moved a little bit. Congratulations on the three-day stream streak. Real top of Twitch right now. Gotta say, no other Twitch chatter on the platform like you. Like, what is that? Honestly, like, I don't. Sorry if there are people who enjoy that little stream streak system, but why can't you just put that in chat? You wish it could have been longer, but you missed a ton. Why are? I mean, I know exactly why Twitch is putting a monetary value to watching streams. They want people to be hooked to their screens as long as physically possible. But you know, giving you guys the ability to go, yeah, I've been watching you 3 days in a row. It's like, what use is that? Ow. Fuck. My nose just spontaneously, it felt like somebody snipped the tip of my nose with scissors. It's only when you hit a certain streak. Can't do it. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah. But Twitch has a lot of funny little things that they use to produce hype. There's I'm forgetting now because I'm trying to think and also draw at the same time. Of course, there's the hype trains, but besides that, there's what's that fucking knocking thing that they added not too long ago? Where if you're streaming, you can have somebody knock on your stream and join it. Like, that's a thing. Like, that's a regular, normal thing that people would want to do. I guess I've never gotten mileage out of it. Somebody else might have. But still, feels weird. All right. So currently, looking pretty all right. I can probably take this shoe and integrate it back in somehow. If I go like this sort of thing, maybe. But it's just the wrong angle entirely. God, I hate drawing shoes so much. They're weird and annoying. Go fucking blow up or something. I don't know. Let's chop this shoe up a bit. There's a reason why I made the Hoog's feet into weird polygons. I just don't like dealing with shoes or feet and or shoe-like substances. Is substances the right word to say there? I don't know if... I suppose you could just kind of call anything a substance. But to call a foot a substance is weird. Makes you sound like a mad scientist or some shit. Alright. How do I do this? Let me grab this color real quick. So if this foot is coming out at this angle, yeah, no, I just gotta murder the shoe. I gotta completely redraw it. Fun. I say that like I don't draw for fun. Oh, I have to draw something? Oh. Hello, everybody. My name is Welcome. I know that one. I don't know what video that's from, but that's a Markiplier welcome. Alright. You know, I kind of accidentally started saying bye-bye at the end of streams, but I realize now it's kind of an untapped market. You hear people having all sorts of, you know, the regular old cringy ass outros and shit like that. I will see you guys next time. But bye-bye. You know, it's only used by Markiplier, I'm pretty sure. I have woken you up. Good. You're supposed to be awake and churning out the brain rot for the chat. Come on. You need to be on schedule here, huh? It's your duty to add brain rot into the stream chat. Nah, but how you been? We are currently just working on hopefully an all right, all good, very good, totally awesome BRB screen. Probably won't finish it today, but that's fine. Your bed's so comfortable? Yeah. No, I get that. I also am cursed at I am cursed with a very comfortable bed. Am I doing this right? Maybe I should just have like the sole of the shoe. Like this. This leg's going out. Sole would be like this, I think. Jeez. If only I was like an artist or something, I'd be able to figure this out. You know, it's been a while since I've advertised the music suggestion thingamajig, eh? You guys know that you can suggest music and potentially get it put into the stream playlist, right? That's how the majority of the playlists that we are listening to now have been made. Here. You would like to hear some Danganronpa soundtrack. All right. You know what? I'll spare you. I'll talk about Danganronpa another time. I'll I have a very I'm telling you right now. All right, fine. I don't like it. The whole premise, everything about it gives me the ick. And also, when I was in high school, I had a friend who played, I'm pretty sure, a song from that game on loop because they were obsessed with it. Like, I'm not friends with this guy anymore because he was actually a dick. But he would play a song that was, the extent of it was like a who knows how long loop of people going, let's kill each other! And that's it. But, yeah, no, I'm not a fan of the theme. Murder games are not cool. Actually, you're wrong. Blocked, reported, canceled. Oh no, my career is ruined. I'll never make it as a big streamer. But yeah, no. A lot of the time, it's like I get irked out. I don't know if that's like the correct terminology. Previously I've called it the ick, and people like friends have been like, "What? You can't. That's not the right word." Even though I think it's the right. It's German for Tommy. Oh, huh. I saw German and I was like, "Oh yeah, Tommy's just introducing themselves." But yeah, thank you for whatever. I don't speak German. Also, what's up, Tommy? Why wouldn't it be German? Yeah. Oh, as we know, this is a German chat. Yours wasn't German. Well, Tommy's like cooler, I guess. Tommy's the cooler German. The Germany tier list of people that they have, I guess. I love just coming up with bullshit on the spot and seeing how long I can take it. Sometimes you get like really long you get to have really long conversations with people about just the dumbest topics. And I love it so much. Like Obama stupid shit like Obama died in the Hindenburg or some shit like that, you know? Just some really dumb stuff. Tommy, wir müssen Deutsch reden, in zu third wheelen. Tommy wears muscles, like the sea creature muscles. Deutsch, that's German. Reading, the is just like, you know, it's just a crutch word. You were just saying in zu third wheelen. So, yeah, I understand that totally. Yee-hee! Obama. Good words in chat. I like the words that happen in this chat. Okay. So, I have created a shoe. And now I suppose it's just time to jam it up into the leg so that it looks vaguely correct. I think it needs to be bigger. I actually think it might need to be like way bigger. Is this too big? This is not big enough. No, that seems the right size. Ich glaub fest an ihm. I can't. I gotta get biz in here. How correct Tommy was. Me not being able to guess what you used the term third wheeling. I read out third wheeling. Like I read out the word. Of course I could read third wheeling. That's one of the only words that translates almost directly to English. I can't tell what any of the other words are, though. So you're right about that. Because it is English. Yeah. Like, if I'm wrong? Oh, shit. Guys, I'm back. Anyways. Cool little bit, eh? Oh no, a murder. Man, what if I did like a Germa Dollhouse stream, except it was a murder mystery where I died at the start of the stream? That would be awesome, actually. Hold on. That's one for the vault. One for the thought process vault. By the way, I asked a while ago. Nobody answered. Anybody have any ideas for things on the shelf? Or rather, Hero answered, but Hero can't go on the shelf because it's verboten. Verboten. Yeah, I know that word. That's German. For verboten. The what vault? The brain vault. The mind vault. Varum. It's forbidden to have a chat member on the shelf, I guess, according to my rules that I have made up just now. It's Euroc and not Deeges. I hate shoes so much. I wish that I didn't have to draw shoes ever. I wish I could cut off every single piece that I draw at the feet so that I never had to draw a shoe ever again. Because I hate these things. Hands are so easy. Shoes are not. Oh yeah, also I think I'm sick. Maybe. A little bit. Can I readjust the pose and hide the shoes? Yeah, I could. Like, that's very, very much a thing that I could do. However, I feel that that's kind of cheap. And if I want to get better at art, I should probably learn how to do it. I'm gonna complain the entire time, but I'll still try, you know? Gotta try at least. You have such a good idea for the shelf, but you need to take a screen cap of it first for an edit. Oh, what could that mean? Please stop being sick in the near future. Will do. Oh, I forgot I had peanuts. Good peanuts. Slenderman. You hate drawing shoes too? Yeah. They're just weird. They're weird. They're weird and annoying, and I don't like them. Okay, show the whole pic. There you go. There's the entire picture. Make whatever edit you desire. Alright. Drawing bare feet. Well, I'm lucky to be able to say that I have never put myself in a position where I've needed to draw bare feet. And I hope not to in the future. As I said before, the only reason why the Hoog's feet look like that is because I just didn't want to draw like feet or shoes at all. So they are very geometrically simple. Okay, that looks all right. It does make the leg look a little bit short, though. Human feet are so ridiculous for no reason. I rarely look at mine. They're a little far away. But, yeah. Kind of weird. I remember when I was a kid and my brother would gloat towards us, gloat in our general direction about being able to swim better because he's got webbed feet. And that kind of thing. And that's pretty much the extent of what I've thought about, like how much I've thought about feet over the past 20 years of my life. Maybe not 20. When did I start doing swimming? Probably swimming around like 4. Maybe even sooner than that. My bro amphibian? Not quite. I was gonna say a joke that, taken out of context, could be really bad. But it's really stupid, and I kind of still want to say it. I was gonna say, and please don't take offense to this, But is your bro amphibian? No, he's bisexual. Just because it's so stupid to me. Certain jokes I would just love to be able to say willy-nilly on the internet. But I know that there are people who would get the wrong idea from it. Like, that's the kind of joke that I make with my friends because we know that I'm not a bigot. So just randomly throwing out just a word like that. Funny. Basically XD random humor. I would have done real good on Tumblr had I been introduced to that cesspool when I was young. Luckily, the extent of my knowledge of Tumblr is through those meme videos. We also know you're chill. So. Yeah, it's just in the case in the future that somebody takes it out of context. I don't know. You got to be careful. The internet's a place. The internet exists, you know, and that scares me. Stop quoting, or no, continue quoting. This is your job. I forgot I told you. Continue quoting Markiplier fiber optic cable core. Please do that more. That meme spawned so spontaneously out of just nowhere and then disappeared. The fucking fiber optic cable core stuff. At least for me, it disappeared. Maybe because I don't really watch it, but it's just that spontaneously started seeing some really abstract meme, and then it disappeared. Oh, I forgot that my head was just kind of floating. This is a regular human body. Yeah, that's just a reference to FNAF 4, his FNAF 4 video. I watched so much Markiplier when I was a kid. I don't think you guys understand how much Markiplier explicitly I watched. Is it better at this angle? It might be. Yeah, I think that's better. We spent a full hour on this shoe. Jeez, I hate shoes so much. Hey, we just stop it. Stop doing them. Stop making them. Can we get somebody to ruin and remove that angle may not be very comfortable? I mean, right now it looks kind of fine. You're drawing Hero in DST style, because why doesn't this surprise anyone? Well, Hero, if you take a look at the screen, there's a couple things I could say. One, there's been a DST reference in this room this entire time. And two, my entire art style or originates from trying to copy Don't Starves. So, you know, I get it. Ender lore. Yeah. I don't know if I still have the first like proper art piece that I made for myself, but yeah, no, one of the first things I did was try to create like a Don't Starve version of myself when I was 13, maybe 7th grade. Virgil? I know Virgil. Oh, that's Dante. All right, let's get Virgil on the board, eh? You really like these two, huh? Why don't we ever see any Ethan Winters, huh? Even though you never get to see his face. But why do we never get to see his face, huh? You could change this, 247. Virgil's gonna be small. Sexy hot man. Who, Virgil? Virgil? Nurgle? You're going into Warhammer now. You know what? I think this angle honestly looks better. Looks better than the previous angle. Are canonically hot. Good to know. Glad to know the lore keeps up. Alright. That's this. Knees are so fucking weird, by the way. I only recently, and by recently I mean within the year, have I actually started paying attention to anatomy and things, you know, stuff that would be helpful for artists. And so I just like got up, stood up completely straight, legs directly next to each other, and I looked at my knees and I was like, what the fuck? Because it's wrong. And it's not just the knees, but it's like your entire leg. They look wrong. Let me give me a second to do this and I'll explain my thought process here. The way they bulge out so roundly. That and also the way that your shins look. Here. Let me quickly save this. Cause when you have legs, you know, they go kind of like, you got thighs, you got your big old tuchus, a real huge ass, and then your ideas on the wall. Oh, okay, I'll check it out in a second. But then you got your big old knees, right? You got your big old gross ass knees, and by this point, if you kept on going down, your legs start having issues because your feet are gonna knock into each other. Your feet are too big. So what evolution did is fucking this. It did that. And so if you try to line up your knees just straight up, your legs will have this massive gap in between the, I guess, shins, where then your feet can come out of. He only has 4 toes on each foot. And it's fucked up. It's fucked up and evil, and I don't like how evolution works. I think that if we were to go back and, like, you know, if there is a god, get him sorting that thing out, because they're gross and weird. All right, what's this suggestion? I knew that it had to be something to do with Clown Guy, but I gotta say, you're a visionary. Truly excellent. Also, how did you manage to make the rest of the image so weird? Okay, let me pull this up on stream. Am I implying that your feet can't touch each other? No, they can touch each other. It's just that your legs... It's like how you have, like, your left lung is actually... It's got a big chunk taken out of it because your heart needs to sit there. Like that. Here's the image that Tommy made. It's a little bit more Clown Guy than usual. Oh, okay, I see how you managed to... It's evil. I don't know why I'm describing everything as evil today. Rather peak. It's just the right amount of Clown Guy. Needs a bit more Clown Guy. Yeah, I think we need a little bit more Clown Guy over here. And could we get like a clown guy in here? Can we get a clown guy like over here and here? All right. So we did that. Now I don't remember how the shoe looks. That's harder to edit, so you shall try. Huh. Your lung has a chunk taken out of it. If you compare your right and left lung, or looked at an anatomical diagram, which I'd prefer you do, your left lung is actually smaller because your heart needs to be there. A little bit of anatomy. The cool thing about anatomy is, like, if you learn something about history back in 2004, it may be proven wrong within the next, like, 5 years. You're doing science or math, it could be proven wrong in, like, 5 years. Anatomy, we ain't changing. You know, like that knowledge you've gained? Oh, well, if you ever actually take a look at human anatomy, you'll realize how fucked it is. We are produced through trial and error. We were no divine addition to the world. Like, billions of people have died to put us on this earth in the way that we have, or we are. You're gonna make food? Didn't you already make food? Maybe you just make food every single time you join the stream, but... Wait, hold on. What's happening here? Oh, I'm using the eraser tool. But every single stream you state that you make food. Well, yeah, you're hungry. Well, Luna is too. She didn't make food. Because, of course, if you don't state that you're going to go make food, obviously you're not doing it. Your hunger grows every day. Reference. Hunger in Rain Worlds. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's fill this in. Citizen Sleeper's music is good. Getting more visions during the creation of a vision. Rain World, yay! Okay. Good to know that it landed at the right spot. I am excited to see what Tommy is cooking up. Alright, so it's all green, black soul, and then a little bit of gray at the top that you can't see, luckily. Let's just fill this in. When it comes to art, it's really interesting to consume other people's art because, like, there have been a lot of points in time where I looking around at other people's art and I'm like, oh man, that's like really cool. I wish I could draw like that. And of course there's the natural, like, yeah, you shouldn't be directly comparing yourself to other people. But when you get out of the mindset of, like, you have to be like the good things you see, you kind of start seeing how vast art is as a category of things. I can sit here listening to half of this playlist that we are listening to and be like, damn, I want to make music like that. And every single one of those things will be completely different from one another. You'll have like Rain World, and then you have this, which is jazz and shit. And, you know, it's interesting to get out of the mindset that you have to be as good as the things that you hear and start just experimenting with the things that you don't see enough of. Because, you know, No point putting yourself down because other people are doing all right. I don't know why it pivoted into a conversation, a self-conversation about about feeling insecure about your art. But yeah, you couldn't find food. Like, were you looking out on your lawn or something? Who? All right. This knee needs to be way further out. Like, I need to take this knee and put it... where is it? Put it up here. Short leg. Yeah. I don't want the legs to be absolutely tiny, I realize. Okay, but that's a little big. I got big legs, but I mean, not Goliath. We've already missed, yeah. We've already missed a break. Whoops. I tend to do that. Let me finish this, and then we will carry on with a quick break. And you can spend more time looking for food. Actually, I might do the same. I am pretty hungry, as being honest. I say that too much, if I'm being honest. If I'm abnormally long legs. Yeah, I haven't measured my legs, but I'd say for my body proportions, they're probably all right. But otherwise, they're pretty long. Unless you're, like, all legs. Unless you're walking around like a tall bird. Like that fucking thing. Most of the leg size is the calves. I've never thought about that. Yeah, I suppose that makes sense. Although your thighs do make up a lot of the overall width and stuff. Okay, you know what? This actually... Alright. We'll leave it here for a sec. We will be taking a quick break. Hello. What is up? Things good. Yeah. Okay. Hello. I got some cheese to go with my peanuts. Handful of chocolate chips and some water. It's vaguely on the same level of food. Like, yeah, cheese blocks with some peanuts and a handful of chocolate chips with some water. Yum, yum. You're still visionarying? I expect to see those visions, and I expect to be fucking blown away by a nuke at the same time, just kind of coincidentally. One nice thing that I'm learning about cheese right now is you can put it in your mouth and it doesn't really, muddle up the way you speak because it's weird and cheese texture. Oh. Do we have anything else that is cheese's texture? Well, obviously we have things that are cheese's texture. But anything eaten just as much as cheese? Because cheese is such a unique texture. And now that I think of it, I'm not sure there are other foods. Why have I been decapitated? For convenience. Really? Wait, let me... Which one's the mouth? No. No, I can't do that. Which cheese? It's, marble cheddar. Don't worry, I ate that. Yeah. Wait, my crimes against the village? Like, Resident Evil Village? Oh! This is the voice that I've been doing for, like, Rules Card, given I was playing Deltarune right now. That's the thought that came to my head there. The thought process. Ah, yes, if I was doing this character and reading these voice lines, I'd be using this voice for that. Far out. That looks like it might be. Maybe is okay. Let me put the shoe in front of the leg here so it actually looks like the shoe is there. Been replaying FNAF World Refreshed. That's kind of it. You beat it already? You fiending the game so much that you beat it 1-2 days? This is such a good song for an area that we really don't hang around. Oh, wait, no, this is Bellheart. Wait, no, it's not. This isn't Bellheart. Yeah. Good breaking. There we go. Okay. You haven't, but you're close. You got the Halloween backstage. Don't know what that means. I've been macking on these peanuts this entire time. I just like checked out a piece of cheese. But I've been like chowing down on these peanuts, and I like have any of you guys do any of you guys also get like a sick feeling when you eat too many nuts, like tree nuts and stuff, even though peanuts are ground nuts? Because for some reason, whenever I'm eating like peanuts or cashews, I love cashews, I love walnuts, I can eat a solid handful, and then my body starts going, no more, no, get it away from me, you know? And I don't like it. I want to be able to eat peanuts and walnuts and cashews and almonds as much as I do chips, but my body rejects it, as it does many things. So that's looking pretty all right, honestly. The angle is kind of weird. I could probably do some fucky things. Just that. So. All right. That's not dark enough. Silk Song. The problem with having so many good games that you want to play on stream is that it's hard to play them all. Like I wanna be beating Silk Song, I wanna be beating Blueprints, I wanna be beating Anton Blast, which we kind of ditched a while back. Like there's so many good games that I genuinely want to try out and play that I can't really. Wobble Dogs. I mean, I'd give Wobble Dogs a stream. Yeah. The thing is, Anton Blast was fun. It just didn't really catch people's attention. And, yeah, it wasn't really worth using the time on stream for. Because, again, it is limited. I could consider fixing that by streaming more often, but I don't know how that would do for my mental health, so I think I might abstain. Keep it at 3 days a week. Okay, yeah, so that's an entire layer over the beanbag that I kind of want to get rid of. I see now. So now that I've uncovered that, I can get the true color of the beanbag. Please focus on mental health over you. Yeah, I try to. I try to make sure that I have my wits about me when I'm choosing to stream and stuff. Don't worry about that. I mean, I have been kind of parroting the same thing over and over again of like there's a lot of work that I'm doing right now, a lot of things that are happening, but luckily it's not to the point yet that I have to take a step away from streaming to manage it all. So hopefully that point won't really be reached, but you know, things happen. In the case that it does, I may end up taking a break. Yeah. All right, so the playlist is looped, but I like this song quite a bit, so I'm going to listen to it, and then we will swap over to another one. So we're going to have that shaded. So this composer is a very interesting artist. Oliver Buckland. Those of you, or some of you may recognize his work from Ina. You know, the online sensation that is Ina. He's the one who makes the music for it, which you may be able to tell if you listen to it and also are a fan of Ina. But there's just something about the way that he makes music that is enthralling to me. It's so artistically interesting. You barely remember Ina? Yeah. I mean, the online videos of it were from a while ago, except now they released one installment of the Ina game. All right. Yeah, so this, I think, I have to do differently real quick. That's what we will do. Something I need to remember when drawing is that you need to draw what things look like. You don't draw what they're actually like. If you're drawing a bush, you don't draw each strand from the center to the outside. You draw the outline. Of course, there are other ways to do it, but generally, the idea is you want to, you know, try to mimic what things look like. So I just gotta focus on that. I can't get caught up trying to make things anatomically accurate, but I can barely make it look correct. All right. That's why you suck at drawing, because you got no idea how to draw. Well, I mean, if you actually don't know how to draw, the reason you suck at drawing is because you haven't drawn a lot. That's it. But if you're like me, who has drawn a lot and still sucks, that's just called a skill issue. I may actually be able to keep this face, like this face shape here. Of course, I'll have to move it a little bit, but that's pretty good. You draw a lot on every paper that you get your hands on, then you're probably not bad at drawing. You're probably just highly critical of your own drawing skills. I know it. I do the same thing. I didn't realize that Pebs was in front of my face. Hold on. There we are. That actually works pretty well. Okay, yeah, so we'll be swapping the playlist real quick. There we are. You don't suck, though? Oh, yeah, but every little bit of your brain is gonna tell you otherwise, because that's how brains work. Like, there's a lot of things that are innate to a person that are really hard to convince out of them, and that kind of self-hateful talk is big in me brain, that's for sure. But you know, as long as it can be turned into something beneficial to somebody, then, like, honestly, I don't mind it. I don't mind having a little bit of that doubt in my brain, because I know that it will just make me strive to be better at things. That was the wrong color. The shading layer is, I think, causing the majority of the issues here. Oh, another game that I wanna play more of, Sulfur. They've been pumping out updates for that game, and I think I'm now kind of a good chunk behind on content, so I can go in and actually play the game for new things for a little bit. There's something about that game that just keeps me coming back. It's like the perfect mix of that survival game, like the survival game, you're managing all your resources and stuff, and then also you're bringing back a bunch of loot, and then also the guns are funky. Oh, hey, convenient timing. I'll have to check out what the updates have been, but I may end up playing that on stream sometime soon. I think about it. That and Woolhaven. Woolhaven has been one of my more anticipated games/DLCs. So, like, yeah, I could totally go for some Woolhaven at some point. All right. Now we get to draw my head, which I'm pretty sure is typically shaped. I'm pretty sure my head is shaped like a normal person's head. I could be wrong, though. Haven't had the opportunity to go look. But, yeah, I'm just going to assume that if I go like this, and it wraps out into a neck, and we got our shoulder here, and show shirt, a bot that needs to be eradicated. Let me just, bang. All right, and then we have another shoulder. This gun really has a lot of collateral. Then again, actually, let me. Where is it? There it is. That dude isn't exactly being careful with where he's shooting. So it does make sense that it does make sense that people would be getting shot in the crossfire. Sorry. Oopsies. Didn't mean to. Might I do it again? For demonstration purposes. You know, like, I get you're hurting and you have bullets in you, but I needed to just demonstrate it to the rest of the class. Drawing hoodies correctly is something, like, I don't really worry about it that much, because most of the time hoodies are behind the characters, such as this guy, for example. But trying to get it that correct amount, because this shirt has a hoodie. You can't really, let me, like, it's not super robust at the back. It's kind of like actually, that kind of shows up more. You can see your own breath inside. What does that mean? Wait, why? Also, why am I over here? Just, yeah. There we are. All right, so the way that my hoodie is going, it's actually kind of bunching up at the top. You're inside your home. Oh. I don't know. Is your heating on? I wouldn't be able to troubleshoot your housing or your house's temperature control for you, but and why that the heating is expensive? Well, yeah, it's the middle of winter. It's January. Of course it's going to be expensive because it's awful. Yeah, but if you're seeing your own breath inside of your house, you may want to look at your heating. All right, so now we get to consider where the arms actually go. We've got that, and it goes down like that. Is Tommy still here? You still doing your visionarying? Haven't made a reference in a while. Give me a reference that I'd be able to understand. Good job. Collect my pages. I want to start integrating that more into my everyday conversation, or my everyday grammar. Cause here's something. When was the last time you guys thought, heard, or watched Smosh? Because, yeah, no. Somewhat recently, I started watching their stuff again. No way you're affecting how I'm saying stuff? No. You're not the one who's doing it. Smosh is. So, admittedly, they aren't exactly the most, adult entertainment, but they are actually pretty funny. You just look for the right videos of theirs. They're actually a really funny group of comedians. And something that I want to start doing, because I started seeing it on Smosh, was, you might know it, 247. Spencer Agnew. Just integrating Find My Pages or Slenderman references into everyday conversation. Yo, could you go get the milk for me and also find my pages? Like that kind of thing. Yeah, no. Samantha went to the store just a couple hours ago. So, could you find my pages and also find my pages? You remember watching them back when they were just two guys? Find my pages. Collect my pages. If only I could, make the Slenderman noise. I feel like that would be great if I could do that. What's the Slenderman noise, you may ask? And my answer to that is, you know how in Slenderman, the Slender, I think it's called, in the 8 pages, there's a noise that happens. So I'm gonna make myself green. Collect Z pages. I remember, I don't know why, but I know exactly why, actually. That spontaneoly sent my brain down a whole rabbit hole of thoughts that landed on TF2. I was that reading Collect Z pages reminded me of a number of things that landed at TF2. So now we're talking about TF2. I remember I never was good at doing any of the TF2 accents or voices. However, one voice line that I used to be able to do really well for no reason was it was a MVM voice line of the medic collecting money, and it's literally just him going, "Ooh, money." That's it, and that was the that was the one thing that I'd pull out the second that anybody was like, "Hey, can you do a voice from TF2?" I'd do it. Money. It's just stupid shit that I do as a kid. Jeez, it's weird to think about the fact that I'm not really a kid anymore, eh? Because I'm 21. I look 30. It doesn't take a genius to tell that I'm not a kid. But to me, it felt like I was a kid not too long ago, you know? Find my pages. You know, because it really feels like I wasn't a kid too long ago. Find my pages. And like there's that part of the adulthood part of the brain gone. Find my pages. To you, I'm a kid. Well, I guess that's fair. Although, I think if that makes me feel any better. How does cool work? I know you wouldn't necessarily be able to answer it, Hawo. But like there's always been an age at which you become cool, and then once you pass that age, you're no longer capable of being cool. And it used to be like 20, right? Or 21. I might have ranted about this on stream at some point. But the mean age of what determines you as cool has gone down, I feel. I was tiny when you went to uni. Cool to who? People who matter. The people who care about coolness. So, you know, people going through school. I guess there is like a group of people who will be like, you know, I'm cool because of this and that, and I find it cool. But with the way that the world works, the newest generation defines what is cool because they're new. And then everybody gets angry because they denounce skinny jeans or something like that. Now you were weird back then? You know what? Same. I'm still just very strange. Definitely not a good barometer for coolness. I feel like the only reason why people sometimes take me seriously... yeah, people take me seriously a lot, but the only reason why people would take me seriously is because I look like I am 30. Because based off of the things that I am interested in and the way that I talk and act, I don't think people would... I don't think people would think I am a mature adult. Might very well be a barometer for coolness in some circles. Yeah, I guess at the end of the day, it is subjective. They say skinny jeans aren't cool. They should be bullied in the early... I mean, yeah, there was a whole debacle about like, Gen Z, I think. I don't know why I said Z. I rarely say it like that. But Gen Z denouncing skinny jeans or some shit like that. I don't know. You have visionaried. Your program changed things with some update, so you're kind of lost. Ah. Well, I'll check it out when you post it. Being weird is 100 times better than being bored. Yeah. Yeah, I can agree with that. Or boring. Not bored. Fan art channel? Yeah. Give me a second to fill in this last little bit. Something that I might end up trying is like kind of squash and stretching stuff while animating, which I already do, but usually I do it manually. But if I wanted to say do a movement with my character here, I'd have a few frames of me like stretching out a little bit, and then we'd swap to a different image. Because I feel like that might make animating significantly easier. This was animated purely by me just kind of drawing and drawing and drawing and drawing. So I don't know. We'll have to try it. All right, let's see. It's monstrous, Tommy. This is holy shit. And you called it Dogma. Oh my goodness. I need to play more Binding of Isaac. And we need a we need that involved right now. Those who know. Also, this is what Tommy made. Holy shit. Glad I caught that. Yeah. Binding of Isaac was one of my brain rots. I go through a lot of brain rot. It's weird. Okay, actually, here's something I gotta ask you guys. Because this may be indicative of ADHD, or it's just a regular thing that people do. Do you guys have, like, a brain rot cycle? Because for me, I will spend, like, say, a month, 2 months, playing the hell out of the Binding of Isaac, right? Here's a little Isaac. Better Isaac. I'll play a shit ton of Binding of Isaac, and then I'll swap over to some other thing, like Don't Starve. And then I'll swap from Don't Starve to something else, like building stuff in real life. And then I'll swap from building stuff in real life to... what other things do I do? Art? I don't really do art obsessively. Music, I definitely do obsessively. And then I'll just loop right back to the Binding of Isaac. Like, is this a normal thing where you just go through different stages, and as you learn about new things, you just kind of integrate them into your cycle of brain rot? You only recently came back to watching and playing FNAF. Yeah, okay. So other people do get it. I know Biz very much like that. Metal Gear Rising. I don't know why I read that as that. Is a constant brain rot. Well, yeah, you gotta have a couple. You gotta have a couple of long-standing brain rots. Your memory is kind of too bad to recognize a cycle like that if you happen to have one. Metal Gear Rising mention. Oh, Metal Gear Rising was so much fun when I was a kid. Well, I mean, and probably still rather fun, but no, that is not. It's been a long time since I've played the game. I'm gonna jam my neck into the sweater here because I have to redo some lines. This is the kind of thing that I mean, and we're gonna be swapping. We're making the mother of all omelets, Jack. You missed out on the words. How can you call yourself a Metal Gear Rising fan? You can't fret over every... I don't know why today I am just, like, faux gatekeeping everything. But that's the bit for today, I suppose. All right. That looked good. That looked all right. It kind of looks fucked, actually, because the legs coming out from behind and foot just there, gatekeeping. You know, gaslight, gatekeep, geek boss. It's a what do you call it? It's a culture. Here, I just had the greatest idea on Discord. FNAF 2 puppet music box. What if Clown Guy mod instead? Like we modded Clown Guy into the puppet. I kind of like that. That's kind of funny. I kind of like that. All right. How do I fix this? I guess. Okay. Around the hips is where the elbows are. So I'll do like that. I wish how would you do a Raiden voice? Because it's like this purposefully gravelly. Ah, Senator. Nice argument, Senator. How about you back it up with a source? Something like that. You have to keep the music box wind up, or else Clown Guy will come for you and jump scare you. It'll be a way too loud. Hey, you want to buy my mixtape? Yeah, instead of winding up the music box, you just have to constantly restart his mixtape so he doesn't get angry. I'm just imagining swapping through all the cameras and you get to one, and it's just a really shitty trap music. Like, you know the kind of trap music that's just a drum and then just a bass? So like, burm, 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 that's it. Like, legitimately awful shit I'd expect him to be listening to. Oxygen Not Included is another one of those games that I occasionally come back to and just play for a good chunk of time. Sources that I made it the fuck up. That was another meme that kind of showed up and left. It's kind of weird, eh? Some good old mumble rap. I mean, at a certain point, it just turns into DJ Spitz from Smiling Friends. Like, it would just be the world's shittiest fucking mumble rap songs. Which, to get there, you really have to do bad. Be doing poorly. You're a big boss? Huh. Didn't know we were gonna have a We Are Groot moment, except for with Big Boss. Okay, same right. There we are. So we can fill this in. Gives us a chance to get rid of these weird shading lines. Go up here. All right. So pretty all right. Has been finished. You got to go sleep. All right. Well, I appreciate you joining the stream and also providing some beautiful clown guys for the stream. Yeah. I will see you next time you show up on stream. Because I'm pretty sure you can't watch the stream of a chunk of the games that we play here. So whenever you're able to watch the stream next, I will see you then. Have a good one. All right. Now, how did I do the thing? Eh? Doesn't exactly tell you what I'm thinking, but my brain didn't want to. We don't do thinking or braining or telling. spinning Senator Armstrong. Good idea. All right, what am I trying to do here? I kind of lost my train of thought immediately. Oh, yeah. Pattern on the clothes. We got to get some texture in here, eh? So what we're going to do is we're just going to grab this, and we're going to grab the fading brush. And we're just going to put some texture on. Spinning Billy Joel Armstrong. What? What does that mean? Boots green too? Yeah. It's all green. The boots are going to be regular green. This is actually supposed to be like a bluish. Here, let me pull up the previous thing. Show you. Yeah. So this is actually what I'm looking for. And I will be stealing that color. Isaac. Green guy. Purple guy. It sounded less like Markiplier and more like the devil from Anton Blast. Let the guy. I'd have to learn how to roll my R's. So here's something interesting. I can speak French, right? I can speak Quebec French. And so I know how to roll my R's the French way. Bonjour. But I didn't realize that rolling your R's the other way is like it feels wrong. Because it's literally just it's like just actually saying the letter R, but roll it like it's weird. But that's how you do it apparently. That's how you roll your R. You go, oh, red guy, some shit like that, you know? Weird. And it sort of makes sense due to the way that noises make things and things make noises. Typically, the easy noises to make are going to be the ones that are used, but it's still weird to me that something is different from what I'm used to. If you could imagine. It's not like that's an unheard of thought process. Markiplier's mom wrote a book about his life. I did hear about that. I remember watching a portion of that video. Not a lot, but an amount. All right, so how should I do this? It really is just kind of like this. So we're just going to go through. And I'm just going to trust that this will look good by the end of it. And if I'm correct, it should, because I think this is what I did last time. Remember when YouTubers used to do Draw My Lives? You remember that shit? I kind of wish I was back in YouTube when Draw My Lives were popular, because that sounds like it would be fun to do. Now it's all challenges and stuff. And how he could have overthrown the North Korean government. Did she talk about that? That's awesome, actually. Because they are Korean, eh? Korean and German. Let's see. So currently, this looks like ass. But maybe it will stop looking like ass eventually. Maybe I should be a little bit more considerate of the coloring. think there's a charm to it. Well, it's not finished yet. So, hopefully, when I start adding in the extra cross pieces here, which I will be taking from this darker shade. Isaac also talked about how Markiplier was supposedly Christ reborn. I couldn't tell you about that, but honestly, Markiplier as a person, as a human being person, man, is a really good guy. Probably not Christ reborn type thing, because that bodes unwell for Christians and whatnot, but or non-Christians, I guess. I don't know how the rapture works, but I'm pretty sure when Christ is reborn, then the rapture happens. Barely ever saw him cry. Yeah, it's interesting hearing about her and stuff. Like Markiplier, honestly, is somebody who I would strive to be, and by would I mean do, because he's one of the few good billionaires, if that makes any sense. You know, like he's probably loaded to the teeth with money, but he constantly gives to charity. He's just a nice person. He never has any problems with his online presence ever. Like he's just kind of, or at least in the past. I don't know how he is now, but from what I know about him, kind of an awesome guy. Also doing a blood drive as a part of his movie. There you go. Like he's just cool. He's cool. I don't know why I'm saying cool like that. I didn't realize that this was the sulfur playlist. Also, I did this wrong. I did this incorrectly, in fact. I was going to talk about this music a little bit, but I got sidetracked. This is another instance of music where it falls into a category. It's trap music. But it's also really creative and really well done, where it's not just trap music. It's trap music with a unique vibe to it, a unique character to it. There's a reason why I don't listen to trap music normally, but this is what I will listen to. How he cheated his FNAF 2 max mode. Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember only seeing that through people's responses. Those responses being, who cares? No, that's just solid black. I don't know. This shirt, it's like purple with green stripes on it. It's kind of hard to tell because it's mostly green. But the hood is black. Hood is just solid black. Purple, I say. Yes. Purple. Purple guy. Is that the bite of 87? What's that the bite of 87? What is the bite of 87? Like you're talking to a dog. What is the bite of 87? Oh, who's a good bite of 87? Are you gonna bite me in 87? Oh, and then the dog attacks you, and you know, you lose your frontal lobe. And FNAF 4 again. They should put me on as a writer for FNAF. I'm real good at it. Trust. I think what I'll do is I'll outline it in green so that we don't have these issues where it looks kind of weird, stupid, and dumb. So I'll outline in green first. If you can't tell, green is my favorite color. I remember the moment when I realized that what color was your favorite was completely arbitrary and you can choose whatever you want. And it was completely out of spite that I chose green. Or not completely. Partially because I really liked watching Jacksepticeye. Hence the early obsession with flat caps. But honestly, as a kid, it was mind-blowing. The realization that, like, it's not a specific color. You can just choose whatever the fuck you want as your favorite color, and it's fine. Like, that actually blew my mind as a kid. And out of spite, people were like, "Oh, what's your favorite color?" "Mine's blue. Mine's blue. Mine's blue." And my previous favorite color, of course, was blue. So I came up with green. I made up green. Be happy. I'm the one who makes the trees sing. Blue guy. We don't talk about blue guy. That's not right. You know what? Let's continue with this. So this will be like my spine. Go kind of like that. Same here. I'll use the harsher lines, or the more solid lines, to do the vertical. Then the horizontal can be made from the blurrier one. You love the color pink? That makes sense. That, you know, that tracks. Ooh. Okay, my plan has stopped working as I realize how the pattern works. Baseball. You know Big League Chew? That's one of those things that I felt as a kid like I would interact with more. But I'm not American enough to be interacting with Big League Chew. But as a kid, I'd hear about it, and it had such a catchy name. Alright. Here. So now we can start doing the cross. I've been shot! Occasionally, you very much do get me with that. Revenge? I guess it's only fair. But occasionally, you do actually jump scare me with that. Alright. Really kind of just trial and erroring this at this point. But I think I'm getting the effect correctly. The pattern doesn't actually need to be of any consistency, since again my art style derives from Don't Starve. I kind of like when it's kind of wonky. You know, having some wonky lines gives it life. So much good music. As you can tell, I am an appreciator of things. I'm also a hater. I'm a massive hater of things that I dislike. But when I like something, I love it. You love Your Chemical Romance. I love My Chemical Romance too. Saying that like saying that like it's a kid. Oh yeah, we should let them have a play date sometime. All right. I just gotta kind of blur out the particularly striking blues. But yeah, no. I really like things. And I try to have that mindset. Like, you could tell before, or you might be able to tell. You might have been able to tell when I brought up my disliking for Danganronpa. I didn't really want to get into it because I don't like being like, hey, this thing that you like, I hate it. But I am very critical. I do tend to be incredibly critical of things that I don't exactly like, you know? An AM reference? Yes. Yes, it is. It was a reference that I placed in my words just for you, so that you could hear it and pog out of your gourd. All right. Oh yeah, pogs. That's a lot of pogs. That's too many. We're getting too far in on pogs. Grimace. Wait, this entire time I've been doing it like this. What if I take the beanbag and put it over me? Wow. That fixes everything. That actually fixes entirely what this is. Okay. I don't like this little bump. So let's fix that. And we do this. Little bit of this. All right. Looking pretty all right. The Hoog is being consumed by the beanbag right now. But I'd say that's good progress. We got one thing done. Actually, hold on. That ain't right. My legs do not peer out from behind my sweater. So I'm going to fix that real quick. This music is so good. Grimace! Yippee! I love Grimace. Probably be more like this, honestly. That, and then really making this sweater out to be particularly large. Which is fine, considering that I am particularly large. Get that. Nope, that's not supposed to be in the line art. I don't know when I'm... It is kind of conversation, eh? But whenever... Ugh. I'm not sure when I'm going to remove the Christmas thing. Because, I mean, I kind of like it being there. It's fun to have. But also, it's not exactly Christmas anymore. And I don't know what context it would be brought up in other than referencing it specifically. You love the Christmas emote? I guess I could just swap it out for something else whenever I need to. Like there's no real need to swap it out right now, so I can hang on to it. But at some point, it will need to go. Swap. Yep. At some point, it must be sacrificed for the sake of another. Glad I've chosen to be relatively loose with my pattern here, because otherwise this probably would not be as easy to get made. He's too innocent to understand. He's also too stupid to understand. So who is supposed to be a fucking idiot? Whoop. But, yeah, I think this is working. Hey! Okay. That's cool. I like that. That works out, actually. And on maybe Shu go in slightly different angle. Maybe. Because if I can do it like that, yeah, that works. Because that gives the impression that the shoe is connected to something other than air. Reg. The peak of fishing games. Why is that low opacity? Maybe it's just not shaded? Your back is in a state of bliss? Is it? Typically people aren't exactly, or typically people don't talk about how happy their backs are. More often than not, I hear about people having back pain. Your back has no pain today. Oh, wow. It's nice that you noticed that. Because whenever I lack back pain, I just kind of go about with my regular everyday day. But, yeah, no. It's nice to occasionally be like, huh, I don't feel like I'm in pain right now. Day. Yeah, like that. In gist. All right. This makes it look like I'm floating. Incorrect. Well, which one's better? Now that's the question. I do think this is better than the other one. So then how does one fix an issue like this? I guess with more moving of things around. I am so ready to just kind of lay down and do nothing for the next little while. I haven't been getting good sleep recently. Partially just because I am staying awake like a dumbass, but also like, you know, stress, day-to-day things. And I've definitely noticed, like, it takes me a second to come to the correct conclusion, because I'll be awake and I'll be like, oh man, I'm so tired. I'm so fucking exhausted all the time, you know, and I'll act like I have no idea why, because at the time I will not have any idea why. But then I lie down for a second and I'm like, oh wait, I'm fucking exhausted. One of the few trap songs that I will actually listen to. Laugh. Or do you want it to be more like the witch laugh? I feel like in order to get a good, like, laugh in certain categories, you need to make a certain noise at the right time. Because in order to do a witch laugh, you could go like that. My Lemon Demon, your Lemon Demon reference went over my head. Yeah, I don't listen to Lemon Demon. I've listened to Neil Ciceriga once or twice. Most of the stuff I listen to in that vein is like Jack Stauber. And who else? Who was the other guy? I don't remember. Who will? But when you do like a laugh, when you do, or no, it's not a laugh. Once, twice, perhaps. Is that a reference? I don't get your references. But oh, okay. Like if you're gonna say yar like a pirate, you could either go yar, or you could add a real spicy e at the start and go yar, and it just makes it so much better. If you go yar, Foxy reference, yeah, dum 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 dum. I think that's how the song goes. But with a witch, it's the same thing. You could go, but you need that at the start. Nice and calm music. Yeah, exactly like that. You got it perfect. Gold star. Gold star and an emo camel. All right. Does that look better? No. No, it doesn't. Okay. We keep at it. Emo camel, yeah. Do you not get the reference? No? Not a reference. I just made some bullshit up. Like I was saying before, it's nice to occasionally just kind of make up bullshit. How dare I? This is my revenge. I can make up things too. Something that I feel is going to become more and more apparent. Oh no. You're sending fucking whatever his name is, Minos at me. But I feel like it's going to become very apparent that even though I am incredibly critical of like some of the things people say in the chat, like I'm very, you know, I think maybe fuck, this is so hard to get right. But I completely forgot what I was saying. Oh yes. I tend to be rather critical about the way you guys type in chat, or not critical as much as I make fun of you guys for certain ways of typing and certain things you say. But it wouldn't, like, the second that I'm in a chat, it would become very apparent that I think the exact same way. Does he say that? Does he say "how dare thy"? Also, he's Greek. Why is he saying "thy" and "thee" and stuff like that? Thy end is now. Like it's why he say? There's no reason, to my knowledge, why a Greek guy would be speaking in ye olde English. Creature of steel. Okay. Anyways, he was the judge of hell. King Minos? Was he? I haven't brushed up on my Greek mythology lore. So I couldn't tell whether or not that's true or false. I'll trust you though. By the way, do you mean hell or Hades? Like, is it because Sisyphus, Minos, those are Greek. Like, those are Greek. In Ultra Kill, Minos was the judge of hell. Really? Huh. And where's Sisyphus? Like, so is it the same Minos as from Greek mythology, or is it some completely different guy from, like, Catholicism or whatever? Okay. All right. Well, yeah. I'd say this is probably a good place to end it for today. I am getting tired. Takes mythology from both Christian and Greek mythology. I did not know that. I've never read it, so I guess it makes sense that I wouldn't know that. But yeah, that's cool. Yeah, but yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. As always, it is a pleasure to have you guys in the chat talking and or not talking. And so yeah, I will see you guys next week. Bye-bye.